I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it with confidence. Sean Clifford is the best quarterback in the Big Ten Conference. Through 3 games this season, Penn State is officially battle-tested, going down to the wire in the opener against Wisconsin on the road, and then in the whiteout atmosphere against a good SEC team in the Auburn Tigers. This is a team that has faced 2 big-time battles so far this season. Clifford was extremely efficient in this football game, and he was able to push the ball down the field. 28 completions, only 4 incompletions. Outside of Noah Cain, Sean Clifford was the next leading rusher for Penn State with just 15 yards, just 84 yards on the ground for this Nittany Lions team. Sean Clifford stepped up. There's been a lot of criticism and maybe a lot of doubt. I can be put into that category behind Sean Clifford, but today he proved against a good SEC defense that he can perform, he can push the ball down the field, he can do it without a running game, and he is a guy that can lead a team to victory, put the team on his back. Tank Bigsby will be one of the better running backs that Penn State will face this season. 102 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground for him. This game will prepare Penn State down the line in terms of defending against the run, because if you look at the running games and the running backs that Penn State has to play in their schedule, this is a performance that say, hey, if we're battle tested and we get out with a win against a running attack like Bigsby and Hunter, we can perform well and come out with victories against guys like Corum and Haskins at Michigan, Goodson, who had a good day again, Iowa's running game. You look at Kenny Walker and what he's doing at Michigan State. That's all on Penn State's schedule. Penn State is going to be able to take this performance and say, we need to do these things better. We did these things good against the Auburn rushing attack. And when we face those good running attacks later on in the Big Ten slate, we're going to know what to do. Penn State might actually have receivers other than Jahan Dotson as well. Parker Washington and tight end Brenton Strange got involved in the passing game, maybe took a little bit of the heat of Jahan Dotson. When teams are going to focus in on Jahan Dotson this season, guys like Washington, guys like Strange, maybe Noah Cain out of the backfield are going to have to step up. That Nittany Lion defense did what they needed to do with Bo Nix. Bo was never really, in my opinion, a big threat throwing the football coming into this game. The game plan for Auburn was always going to be, let's get Tank Bigsby going, let's get Hunter going, let's get the running game going, and then maybe we can get Bo to make some plays, get some of that Bo Nix magic down the field later in the game and see if he can pull something off. Bo, especially in the second half, really didn't do anything. Sure, down in the fourth quarter, Bo made a couple of throws, but this was, for the majority of the second half, this was a one-dimensional offense. Now, one-dimensional was pretty good there in the third quarter. Tank Bigsby had a good third quarter drive that ended up in a touchdown. Defensively, I believe Penn State knew they were probably going to give up some yards in the running game. As long as they didn't allow Bo Nix to beat them over the top, they were going to be fine. They came up big with a big stop late in the game, just as they did in the Wisconsin game. I believe in this team now when it comes to close games, and they got games that are going to be close. Iowa, Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State. They've got really good opponents down the line. They are going to be playing in games like this as the schedule progresses throughout the Big Ten slate. They've got 2 games where they have had to go down to the wire, eke out victories. One on the road and one at home. They're going to be ready. Iowa in a couple of weeks. They are going to be ready for that game. Down the road, your Michigans, your Michigan States, your Ohio States, they're going to be prepared because they have been through it already. Big time win for Penn State. I'm not ready to put them into elite category thus far. We're going to find out probably in a couple of weeks against Iowa if this Penn State team is for real, if they are a Big Ten title type of contender. This is a big win. We're going to find out in a couple of weeks just how elite they are, because that Iowa defense is for damn real. Do you think now if Penn State beat Auburn, are they elite? Does that put them into an elite category in terms of the Big Ten Conference, especially with Ohio State looking the way they are right now? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I love that discussion between the passionate fan bases like, subscribe for daily Big Ten football content. I'm Big Ten Ted. We'll see you in the next one.